Well, I figured I better get my morning video going here. I've already been on the trail for about 40 minutes. For a change, after getting back up to the trail, because all shelters seem to be below the trail, I got to go downhill for a ways. Of course, that didn't last long. Ended up having to go back up, which is normal, and that's what I'm doing now. But it's pretty gradual for a change. So we got some views through the trees, and you can see again we got a nice sunny sky. It's gonna get hot today, but that's okay. I'll be shedding my jacket here pretty quick. It doesn't take long to warm up, especially heading up these hills. Hopefully, most of the people I ran into at the shelter last night are not going to be stopping at Fontana, but I have a feeling a lot of them are. So that place is going to be pretty well packed. A lot of them got off to a real early start, which means they'll be at the shelter long before I am. But hopefully I can find a spot, because there's no way I want to spend, I think, what is it, $175 or something for a room. Ridiculously overpriced. But should be fairly easy hiking today. Got a few ups to do, but nothing real strenuous from the looks of things. I didn't check super close, but it's also not very far. 12, 13 miles. I think it's 13 miles. Of course, that's about all I did yesterday, and it pretty well wore me out with all the ups and the steep ups. So anyway, this is what I'm seeing now. Okay, folks, back home. There is the reservoir made from Fontana Dam. I have just crested the one last mountain, I believe, that I have to do as I head down to Fontana Village. Hopefully I can figure out how to get my box and then get on to the shelter, which is called the Fontana Hilton, and hope it's not jam-packed over full, because I have not found whether or not I can tent outside there or not. The AWOL guide, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to this Fontana thing, is screwier than hell. Makes no sense to me. The Hilton is like 2-something miles away from the village itself, and I don't feel like going all the way to the village just to turn, or to the Hilton just to turn around and come back to get my box. They don't really show the trail. It kind of detours off the page. They show this other trail. They talk about a shuttle. I have no idea exactly what the hell is going to be going on. But anyway, that's what the adventure's all about, right? Now, I'm going to stop for a second, zoom in. Bear with me. There, I think you can actually see the dam. And I will be walking across that if I'm not mistaken. All right. So, onward and down. Well, I should have known better. All I did was crest the ridge, and as the typical mountains I seem to be climbing, once I get up to the ridge, then I have to follow the ridge to the summit, or next to it. Not all of them take you right over the true summit. So I got in another good workout going uphill. A little steeper, but not too bad. It wasn't near as bad as yesterday. Just got sweat working up now that I'm out with the heat of the day hitting me. But that's the way it is. It's not bad. All in the good day's hike. So anyway, you can see the lake and the dam out there. And this is, oh, geez. This is the rocky trail that I get to pick my way down and around. There's a lot of this kind of stuff on this trail. Kind of goes in spurts. You get it, and then you get out of it, and you go back into it. Makes for a fun step. Definitely screws up your pace. How's it going? All downhill from here?
I hope. How far back is my daughter and her husband?
Oh, they were back where you first crested the ridge, and I was talking to them.
Really?
And, well, they were still standing there, but I think they were getting ready to get going.
Well,
yeah.
I had to wait on them.
So, they told me that you might like to see what the lake looks like close up. I'm on the less than a mile from the Hilton, the last of the trail. It's a pretty lake, kind of a greenish blue. You probably can't see it on the camera, but right up next to the land, it's kind of a greenish color. You get further out, it looks a little more blue. Anyway, kind of nice. Trail literally walks right along the edge of the lake. This should be my last downhill stretch, but we'll see. So far I've been wrong on all of this. Alright, and there we are, Fontana Shelter, or well known as the Fontana Hilton. My bed for the night. Charging station off to the side. Get your phone powered up. Water right here. There's tent sites up on the hillside, but I'm skipping those. I already looked at those. It's 2 o'clock now. I got here about 20 minutes ago. Walked up the hillside to check out the tent sites. They're all on cement platforms. Not happy with those at all, so I'm staying in the shelter itself. Need to find a ride into town now and see what I can come up with. Trail magic at the Fontana Hilton Visitor Center, where I acquired my name of Mountain Goat. Back down to the Hilton now to sort out my food. Well, here we are with our wrap up at the Fontana Dam, Fontana Hilton. It's been a pretty good day. Got my box after we got here. I got a shuttle driver. Ran into him up at the Trail Magic right there by the, I'm not sure what you call it. It's a picnic area that's just outside the tent area. And $3 one way, so $6. But he took me directly to the stores I needed to go to and then came back, picked me up. Saved me probably about a 5-mile hike that I didn't want to do. So since I got all my food sorted out, my bed arranged, I'm definitely staying in the shelter. And while I was up at the enjoying the trail magic, my trail name materialized and is now Mountain Goat. So I don't know, do I look like a goat? Yeah, maybe an old goat, but somebody else got that name. So I walked down to the visitor center, which is right there at the dam crossing where the AT goes across. And they have free showers. So I took my little towel that's I use for my tent and for anything else I might need, and took a shower and dried off with a 12 by 12 inch towel. Walked back up. It's not a long distance. It takes a little bit. It's not bad. So tomorrow we head off into the Smokies, and it sounds like the first couple shelters are going to be a little primitive. No privies at either one, and one of the reports that are on gut hooks is that they've had wolves spotted around one of them. So that should be interesting. I never tangled with any wolves before, so we'll see how that goes. Judging by the number of people who are at the shelter and setting up tents all over the place, even in places where they're not really supposed to, but there's no real anything with rangers or nothing here to kick you out. I didn't really like the idea of tenting where technically you shouldn't. You know, preserve what's left of the nature before it all gets destroyed. But anyway, with that, we'll wrap things up. I'm almost down to where I'm going to stretch out and see if I can't do some stretches and get my muscles relaxed.